Welcome back to Examining Life, a life that's worth living. My name is Amanda. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. And today I am in Port of Spain, Trinidad. I'm so happy to be back. I was here last year and conducted a few interviews, and today I am back in the Botanical Gardens. And today I'm asking the question, what defines the Trini identity? And please be sure to like and subscribe. What defines the Trini identity?
Well, I would say what would define the Trini identity is mostly like we exist in a melting pot society. Everybody from different cultures, different races, different religions, different backgrounds, just existing together, And I think that is what Trinidad and the wider Caribbean is about. We're so diverse, but we just accept people as they are. Everybody's human at the end of the day, and I think that's what it should be. So that's what I say would define the Trini identity.
What defines the Trini identity?
For me, I would say a number of things. For example, the steel pan. I would say our food, it's very unique. A lot of people actually leave their countries for stuff like that, as well as culture. I'm not much of a carnival person, but it does include carnival as well. We do attract a lot of tourists just for, the color, the life of it, that type of stuff.
So you mentioned food. What are some of the key dishes in Trinidad, and what are they made of or how they're made?
So I'd say doubles or roti as a hit. Like a lot of people, a lot of relatives I have, when they come, that's the first thing they have to eat. I would also say KFC, because internationally their taste is not as good as ours. We love seasoning, so our 11 herbs and spices probably has a master touch there. So, that's a bit of a difference in taste there. As well as pilau. Pilau is a mixture of rice, chicken, and peas with vegetables and so forth. So that also particularly tastes even better the next day after it's made. So yeah, I would say food is a number one. Even though we are a mixed race, we do stand together. We may have our differences just like any other country, but we stand together despite whatever challenges we may face.
So what defines the Trini identity?
Well, being a Trinidadian, I've come to learn a lot. It's Caribbean vibes, obviously. Nice tropic, weather, sunshine, the atmosphere is different from the rest of the world. Being a Trinidadian, as I said, growing up, I learned many things in the schools. But one thing I come to understand is, being a young man growing up in Trinidad, is that Trinidad and Tobago has not fully, covered themselves with the knowledge of the scriptures, the Bible.
It all stems if you really watch the criteria of the system, and we've used America primarily because from that country stem democratic
Yeah.
on all nations.
I see.
Kind of free to liberty, as he's going into the liberty to do as thou wilt. There's a lot of catastrophes that are going to happen to nations that have forgotten God, that have forgotten His laws, especially nations where His people predominantly dwell. What we're saying is that the Trinidad, to identify a Trinidadian, is one that actually has strayed away from the principles of God and has adopted the ways and vibration of America, which is Babylon the Great, or Mystery Babylon in Scripture.
If we were independent, then we would have been able to manage our own currency, manage our own infrastructure for food-wise, which they're unable to. Everything that happened, mainly in Trinidad here, they had to get approved from the US.
That's right.
So recently it had a deal with Venezuela and Trinidad, and what happened was brewing for a couple of years, where America said if they didn't make the deal with Venezuela with the oil field, seeing that we closed down the oil industry, they would have put sanction on us.
I see.
So which means we under their rule.
That's right.
The independence is just basically a phrase.
It's an illusion. They don't tend to gravitate to the Bible. What they would more tend to gravitate to is religion. But they don't get into the truth according to the Bible. They don't get into it. They'll read Psalms here and there, alright, but they won't get into the Bible and study it from the Old Testament.
It add too, because you ask, what is the identity, right? Defines a Trinidadian, right? Because majority of the people who came here, they actually came here as slaves, sir. But being honest with you, and now we can see in Trinidad here, where there's a plagiarize upon that nation of people, because as you know the history, how much crime and all different sorts, mainly predominantly among the blacks.
Is there anything else you'd like to share about life in Trinidad or your culture?
Well, life in Trinidad is very hard for the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, to be honest with you. It'll be a sad thing to see our people predominantly on the street sides begging, and in prisons, to know that, our people today in this melting pot, in this place where it has many different nations, a multicultural of nations and peoples, to see our people at the bottom, it's very heartbreaking.
Thank you so much for watching today's episode. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And if you're Trini, please let me know what defines the Trini identity. And remember to keep examining life. Thank you. Bye.